Hello, CNN with you again, and you're with Alfred Zaharaev. Today, we have a very rare opportunity that not many people can get. We have an interview with one of the main faces of the Iranian Revolution, Khomeini. Since we do not have a lot of time with him because of his very busy schedule, let's start straight away. So, what made you go against the regime?
Well, I believe that the actions of Mohammad Reza Shah into westernizing the country and mimicking the laws of the United States are not suitable for Iran, because the population here is mostly Muslim. The regime challenged Islamic law and replaced them with what religious Muslim leaders saw as Western values and norms. An example of this would be that back then, a husband would have to obtain the permission of his current wife before taking another.
How do you feel about Iranian people complaining about their lack of freedom even after the revolution?
Iran is in the hands of the people because it was the people who handed the country over to the person who is their servant and who wants only what is good for them. Millions of people went to the streets of Iran to protest without a threat of violence. This shows that they have freedom of speech.
What do you think of Reza Shah using the Savak to maintain his position as the leader of the country?
It was wrong because it eliminated all of the democratic aspects of the country. And since opposition forces, such as myself, were gaining support, Reza Shah and the Savak abused their power by suppressing free speech and torturing opponents of the Shah. These actions led fear into people's lives.
Was it right, in your opinion, for Western countries to interfere in Iran's political problems and enforce Operation Ajax? Surely you weren't happy about it.
Of course, it was not right for Western countries to orchestrate a coup, because the only thing that Western countries wanted from Iran was to take advantage of companies such as the AIOC in order to benefit from our resources and profit while the people in my country lived in poverty.
And unfortunately, the final question: how do you think your philosophy, compared to Reza Shah's, was better into addressing and what the people wanted?
There are several ways of how his philosophy was for himself, while I focus on what the majority of the people want. For example, as I said before, Reza Shah wanted to westernize the country by challenging Islamic law and people's beliefs. He mostly focused on how himself and his Western allies benefited, instead of paying attention to the problems Iran was facing. On the other hand, I listen to the people and make my decisions based on what they want rather than becoming a Western puppet.
It's a great joke. Thank you for your time. Unfortunately, this is the end, and hopefully, we will see you next time